This week's video is going to be 2 videos in one. Part 1 is how to avoid wasting money by identifying a crappy homeschooling product before you buy it. And part 2 is me reviewing the Thames and Kosmos Solar Workshop Kit, because this kit is great. At their core, I have 2 solar-powered STEM kits that offer the ability to build multiple different robots. The SolarBot kit has over 1,200 reviews averaging 4.5 stars on Amazon right now. And on Amazon's website, it says this is a #1 bestseller. However, the Thames and Kosmos kit only has 33 reviews. They still average 4.5 stars. But if you were going by quantity and quality of reviews alone, any reasonable educator would buy this kit. It makes sense. But right now, I'm going to show you why that's a huge mistake. For starters, let's take a look at the first separating feature of the Thames and Kosmos Solar Kit: quality. When you open the Thames and Kosmos kit, you see and feel the quality in the individual pieces that create the robot. These things are durable and they take a beating. I'm putting a lot of force on this piece, and not only is it not breaking, it's barely bending, if at all. Now contrast that with the SolarBot kits. When you open this kit up, you'll see a bunch of plastic pieces as well, but you will instantly notice the difference in quality. Not only is the quality not as good, you have to actually break them apart from this big sheet of plastic that they come attached to. And the kit actually advertises that you separate it themselves with your own digital cutter or pliers, but I was being lazy and just used a pocket knife that was in my pocket, which most people are going to do. Thankfully, I didn't cut myself, but I came pretty close though. Any kit that increases the likelihood that you're going to cut or injure yourself when creating it is a bad kit. Tools required, no tools required. And again, the quality is incomparable. If the Thames and Kosmos were a Rolex, the SolarBot would be a Casio? I don't know. Sorry if I offended the Casio crowd. Also, the SolarBot that we created didn't even work that well. I don't know if the solar cell that came with this kit wasn't as capable as the solar cell that came with the Thames and Kosmos, or if it's just the wiring was bad. But you can clearly see the SolarBot in direct sunlight sometimes struggle to even get started, and even more frequently it just quits for no apparent reason. However, you can see the Thames and Kosmos moon rover easily powered by the sun. It even clears some yard debris without difficulty, while the SolarBot just randomly stops working. It's pretty neat to see the moon rover driving and suddenly come to a stop when it enters the shadow of my sun. The quality of the Thames and Kosmos solar kit smokes the SolarBot. And before I get to the next separating feature, which is actually the most important one out of all of this, if you want more information about this solar kit or my other 3 top favorite Thames and Kosmos kits, check the link in the description down below. The number 2, and in my opinion the most important separating feature, is the educational value of the kits themselves. When spending your hard-earned cheddar, you want to know that you're going to get your money's worth educationally. The SolarBot advertises as a STEM activity, comes with instructions and nothing else. Whereas the Thames and Kosmos Solar Kit comes with the instructional booklet, and in that booklet there are several pages of amazing science themes that would be covered in topics in every science educational curriculum I can think of. This is what's amazing about these kits. You can spend an hour putting together each build, and then 30 minutes reading about the science that comes with it, and then 30 additional minutes doing your own reading about the scientists that are mentioned in the instructional booklet. So in just a span of a couple of hours, you've done your science, your history, your reading, and you're done for the day. And considering there are 4 different builds in the instructional booklet, if you did 1 build a week, the cost of this kit essentially comes down to a weekly Frappuccino. So for 1 Starbucks cup of coffee, you've got an entire day of homeschooling. And that's what really makes these kits worth their money. The last differentiating factor I want to mention about these kits is their reusability. I've discussed already the quality of these kits, and there's no further proof than the fact that I actually built this with my daughter 3 years ago. And the reason I don't have video footage of us building it is because we put this together before we were even doing this channel. That's another reason that makes this great, because if you have multiple kids at different age levels, you can break this kit out when an individual kid is ready, set the kit aside, deconstruct it, and when the next kid is ready for it, you know it's going to work just fine. The shelf life of the Thames and Kosmos, amazing. The shelf life of this guy, it's already broken. In short, don't be fooled by the STEM decal on boxes that you see in your local toy store or educational store. Be sure and do your research so you'll know which kit is a good kit and which kit is garbage. Additionally, if you are in the market for a super fun science curriculum supplement, especially dealing with physics, check the link in the description for more information. If this video helps you out at all, don't forget to like and subscribe. Happy homeschooling, everyone, and I'll see you next week.